76 நாட்கள் 76 நாட்கள் தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு தமிழ்நாடு என்று பெயர் சூட்டுவதற்காக உண்ணான் நோன்பிருந்து உயிர் நீத்த நம் பெருந்தமிழர் ஐயா சங்கரலிங்கனார் நினைவு நாள் அன்று இங்கு நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கும் இந்த பாசிச ஆட்சியினால் தேசிய இனங்கள் எதிர்கொள்ளும் சிக்கல்கள், அதற்கான தீர்வுகள் பற்றிய இந்த கருத்தரங்கை ஒருங்கிணைக்கிறது நாம் தமிழர் கட்சி. இந்த கருத்தில் பங்கேற்க பல்வேறு தேசிய இனங்களை சார்ந்த ஆளுமைகள் இங்கே வீற்றிருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களில் முதலில் பரம்ஜீத் சிங் மண்ட், a professor, a former teacher by profession, a postgraduate in environmental science. Paramjit Singh Mand has served as the president of the Sikh Youth of Punjab for 4 years before his recent responsibility as spokesperson of Dal Khalsa. He has relentlessly taken part in Dal Khalsa activities for upholding the right of self-determination. Hailing from a farmer's family from the relatively underdeveloped area of Sri Hargobindpur in the Gurdaspur district of Punjab, he is forthright on substantive matters that concern the Khalsa Panth and Punjab. So now we call upon Paramjit Singh Mand to deliver his keynote speech.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. वणक्कम from the people of Punjab. My dear friends, Sikhs and Tamils, we have a lot in common. Our sorrows and pains are common. The atrocities being perpetrated on us are common. And our oppressor is also the same entity. Our martyrs and methods of martyrdom also have many commonalities. In times to come, I hope in times to come, our joys and happiness will also be in the spirit of togetherness. Today, as I stand here to pay homage on the behalf of Dal Khalsa to Thiru Singkralinganar, who fasted for 76 days leading to his martyrdom, I recall the similar martyrdom of Punjabi stalwart Darshan Singh Peruman, who fasted for 74 days to attain martyrdom for Sikh homeland during the 60s of the last century. Both chose non-violence as their tool and laid down their lives. In the last decade of the last century, Tamils had armed warrior Villupurai Prabhakaran as their hero. And Sikhs had a hero in the persona of Sant Jarnail Singh Pindramwale. I offer the flowers of devotion to every human being, whosoever it is, who has been martyred for the rights and the just cause. Shortly after the partition in 1947, we all know the demonstrations began in the different states across India to assert their fundamental rights, and these demonstrations were not unreasonable, as all these states were assured that if they chose to stay with India, then they will be given due rights and federal structure of governance as envisaged in the Constitution of India will prevail all over India. But in reality, the opposite happened. There was no devolution of power on nationalist and linguistic states, but our very existence was challenged and labeled as threat. Yet, all our forefathers, yours and ours, fought a long struggle. They fought a long struggle to maintain our existence and survival by making innumerable sacrifices. However, maneuvers to foist and maintain their dominance. Speaking of Punjab, after making endless sacrifices, we were given a state based on the language, but that was too incomplete. Punjab was torn apart. Punjabi speaking areas were separated from Punjab. The villages of Punjab were demarcated and the Chandigarh was carved out of from Punjab. River waters were looted and this loot continues till this day. From 47 to 84, we Sikhs and Punjabis made immense sacrifices hoping that the federal structure would work. The Anandpur Sahib resolution was drafted and adopted. We struggled with huge sacrifices for acceptance of the demands mentioned in the resolution. And I am very well aware the contents of the Anandpur Sahib resolution resonated in Tamil Nadu as well, as its focus was a true federal structure. Ironically, India and its mainstream political parties dubbed Anandpur Sahib resolution and documented it as secessionist. I think that India is holding a pseudo-federalism. Today, when we are talking about giving more powers to the states, the practice of the union government is exactly opposite to our demands. There is constant, continuous, and determined centralization of power, suppressing rights of the states, and it can be seen in the three farm laws and the attempts to conjoin rivers water across this country to the detriment of the needs of the riparian states. The present government led by Narendra Modi has transformed India into a Hindu nation. The central government has enacted black laws like TADA, POTA, UAPA, and has given unlimited power recently to NIA. And these powers and these laws are suppressing minorities and dissenting voices. In the past few years, a number of false cases have been registered against the youth in Punjab under UAPA. And they have been lodged in the jails under UAPA, which virtually means no bail for long periods. And they are under jails, and even some of them are dying. I am actually aware that this phenomenon is continuing not only in Punjab, but also in Tamil Nadu and other states. Today, anyone who raises a voice for rights is being imprisoned under these laws. We think that every state has its own political perspective, and Dal Khalsa appreciate every point of view. We Sikhs and Punjabis fought for federal structure for 3 decades. But the nuances of our struggle changed after the Indian Army attacked Darbar Sahib, which is commonly known as Golden Temple, in 1984. And in that attack, thousands of pilgrims were killed. Since then, the call for an independent and sovereign Punjab, where Sikhs' aspirations would be fulfilled, against significant traction in the Sikh community, both in Punjab and in diaspora. And historically speaking, the desire for self-determination and self-rule has always been paramount throughout the Sikh history, and the events of 1984 have accelerated the demand. It is our clear understanding over our 75 years of struggle against the Indian dominance that the solution to what we call it as the Punjab problem rests not in federalism but in complete independence of Punjab. Nevertheless, Dal Khalsa support the struggles of nationalities and ethnic minorities who are fighting against New Delhi's hegemony and engaged in maintaining their distinct identity. I urge the youth of all the struggling nationalities in India to join hands and move forward together to keep our legacy alive as we are today doing, recalling the spirit and contribution of Shankaralinganar. We appreciate the spirit of Tamil nationalism and its expression by Nam Tamilar Kachi and its leader, Siman Anna. Sikh nationalism, Kashmiri nationalism, Naga nationalism, and Tamil nationalism are an expression of our fights against the dreadful assimilative and exclusive Hindutva ideology. Like the case of Thiru Sankralinganar, the contemporary history of Tamil Nadu, Nagaland, Punjab, Kashmir, and even Tripura and other states of the Indian subcontinent is a litany of broken promises and betrayal. We have been deceived many times. I will be failing my duty if I do not recall the support for justice of the Elam Tamils, who have suffered brutal atrocities by the Sri Lankan government. I also take this opportunity to express solidarity with the Naga movement. Those who are fighting for the self-determination with honor and dignity, and our support to the Tripura indigenous people who are fighting a battle of survival. Our common enemy is deceitful Indian leadership. This common platform, I think it will be a harbinger for developing mutual trust and understanding of vague and united struggle against the design of a unitary Indian state. We stand by the right to self-determination for all peoples and nationalities that aspire to be free from the Indian yoke. The experiences and lessons of 40 years of Sikh journey from federalism to self-determination have strengthened our resolve to be independent. In the end, I take this opportunity to invite you to the proposed conference on the rights of the struggling people on the occasion of International Human Rights Day, that is on 10th of December 2021 in Punjab. I profusely thank you for giving me and my party this chance to share the Sikh point of view on the challenges of governance that we face in Punjab and to be part of this august gathering of nationalistic stalwart from far and wide. Thank you very much. Vanakkam, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.